Judge revokes suspect's bail in deadly shooting. Live updates, all of these. One of the three men accused in the thing. Visiting Judge J. Manuel Banales. Visiting Judge Manuel Banales. I thought he had retired. I thought he was gone, left. He presided as a judge in this Nueces County Court yesterday. And the Cola Times, with their record of defending the crimes that that judge committed, has the gall to even print his name in the paper. Those of you that go back and look at all of my videos, I think I have one called Fear God, Judge. Fear God. Judge Banales, I thought he was gone. I thought he went and did repentance for a lot of the stuff he did. He's going strong in South Texas. Judge Banales, I covered him because he had an infamous case of doing 70-something miles an hour. I covered this in the last 2 years. I even went to the spot where he maimed and ran into a TxDOT worker. But he was doing 70-something miles an hour around the curve here in Corpus Christi. But the posted speed limit said 30 or 35. And he went like 100 yards off, veered off, erratic, and then hit the truck, hit the workers, and then sent the truck at an impact like so many feet, which meant the mechanism of injury was that judge was, well, he faced zero because of connections in the city. And then I remember the Cola Times, they've since removed the article. They did, I think it was front page, page after page for a week, when they finally, that judge escaped justice for that crime. They went on, the Nick Jimenez and Cola Times, they went on and said, when a speed limit says 30-something, that's a suggestion because it's a state highway. So the official law was 70 or 75. And I remember saying all the wrecks I've been to on Highway 77, all the wrecks I responded to. If you were doing 70-something and it said 30, that's it. You got all types of charges for that. Reckless, all types. And he maimed that man. And then he escaped justice. I remember how that case proceeded because of illegal connections. And then Mr. Banales was also associated with Mauricio Celis. He was a man out of Mexico that was a lawyer out of Mexico, but was practicing law as a lawyer. That was the charge in Corpus Christi. And there were many articles, not only local, but that kind of associated him with money laundering with the drug cartels out of Mexico. And he was associated with Mr. Banales, and it caught the local jurors' attention when he appeared before Banales, and Banales gave him special favor according to the legal community. And then I remember reading articles, and they all said Mr. Banales is a kingmaker. And then I realized that wasn't the first time Judge Banales maimed and injured somebody. He also ran over a homeless guy by City Hall, close to the courthouse. And so he had kind of a record. And he sits in this bench here yesterday. The same courthouse where Judge Tom Greenwell, till this day, his head was blown off in that same court. And national media questioned whether or not Judge Greenwell was killed. I'm shocked that that judge, that's what you have in this area, this region. And the Cola Times to even put his name in there after the way you covered for his crimes. As a first responder, if I went to a scene and you were doing 70-something and you flipped a TxDOT worker off and almost killed him, you'd go to jail for that. We didn't. The cops would show up at the scene. They'd look at that scene. They would also, regardless if he was texting, which was also questionable, they covered for that man. And he's still here, even though he had associations with Mr. Sellers. I'm shocked at that. You say, are you scared, John, that he's still in charge after? No. You should fear God, that you have the goal to continue to claim a seat of justice when you know what you did. You know what you did. That should be assigned to anybody thinking of relocating to this community. You go back and Google my YouTube videos. The one that said, Fear God, Judge. I did, and I covered that case. And anybody that watched that, the Color Times advocated for him. They said it was okay that he did 70-something.